forest of concrete, cranes at a standstill and bare scaffolding. It's a ghost town like thousands of others in China. This site in Jurong in the east of the country was supposed to be a prototype for a model city built around an amusement park, a project mounted by the property giant Evergrande. Paralysed by €260 million of debt, the group is unable to pay its builders. That has left this 300-hectare building site immobile for more than 2 months, and nobody lives here. Or almost nobody. Chen Zheng moved here 6 months ago, cut off from the world.
When I bought my flat, I hoped that there would be schools, shops, a theme park. But there's nothing like that. It's just deserted everywhere. I have to take my car just to find something to eat.
No services, no neighbours, and an investment that is for now in negative equity. Since the project was launched 4 years ago, the price of the property has dropped by more than a third. Chen still considers himself lucky.
I'm fine, at least I have a place to live. There are lots of people who've signed a contract and paid a deposit. Some have taken out a loan, but they can't get the property certificates.
Like Chen Zheng, most of the buyers have paid up in full off plan, but they don't know if they'll ever get the keys to their homes. In September, around 100 buyers demonstrated outside Evergrande's head offices in Shenzhen, demanding to be reimbursed. A scene of anger and desperation that is increasingly rare in China. The developer was to deliver more than 1.5 million apartments, but barely 60,000 are believed to have been handed over since early July. At the Jurong amusement park, the only building open houses this estate agents. In the showroom, nobody's looking up at the ads on the big screens. For the handful of vendors still here, this has become an everyday reality. It's an optimistic vision of the site's future. This investor still believes in it.
I'm a bit worried, but I know what Evergrande's plans are, and I'm sure they'll find a solution no matter what. They can solve their problems.
But cameras are not welcome here, and Evergrande does not give interviews. In Chinese state media, the troubles of the world's most indebted developer are barely mentioned. Just a declaration by the Chinese central bank in mid-October that sought to assure investors.
Financial institutions are not a high risk because of Evergrande. The risk of spreading to the rest of the financial sector is broadly manageable.
But real estate constitutes almost a third of China's GDP. Were Evergrande to go bankrupt, it would bring down with it thousands of suppliers, builders, manufacturers of concrete and steel, even furniture shops. In all, Evergrande owes them at least €90 million. Several creditors have posted unpaid invoices on social media and speak of their distress. How much longer can small and medium-sized businesses hold out? It's hopeless. Evergrande is not paying its bills. I tried reporting it to the authorities but got no response. Evergrande says it creates 3.8 million jobs through its orders every year. On the Jurong site, a handful of workers with little else to do gather scrap. They have not been paid since August.
Do you see these poles? We're dismantling the scaffolding. If there were no financial problems, we would continue to build the buildings. I still don't know if I will get my salary or not.
At least I still have a job, even if I don't know when I will get paid. The company has no money at the moment. What can I do?
After 30 years of debt-financed frenetic urbanisation, Evergrande is far from an isolated case. The ratings agency Standard & Poor's says that as many as 1/3 of Chinese property developers are on the verge of bankruptcy.